Hello, everyone. Happy Hump Day. Welcome back to Sin City Crypto. My name is David. I'll be one of your co-hosts. And today, like every single day, coming at you live from our studio, we got some breaking news. Dapper Labs' Top Shots, NBA Top Shots, has been ruled a security by a judge. What does this mean for an NFT, for the NFTs and the NFT marketplace? We're going to discuss that. Details are still coming, but this news just broke about 30 minutes ago. We're going to discuss that. Also, gaming is taking over blockchain. Could it be the Trojan horse to onboard users? We're going to discuss that. And one blockchain seems to be the beneficiary. Also, we have news on FTX. We're going to talk a little bit about Celsius, and we're going to talk a little bit about a lot. But first, I'd like to introduce you to your other co-host. Hello, Robin.
Hola, it's your boy Big Rob back in the house. Welcome to Sin City Crypto. If you have found us for the first time, we are an entertainment-focused cryptocurrency channel where we take the old, boring, and stale information and package it up in a fun and sexy way. Also, we like to give shout-outs to all of our new members and new people. So if you are new here, say hello. We can drop an old lot back at you. And Bitcoin is dumping.
You know it's not dumping.
What's that?
Carpe Diem's wallet. Well, actually, it is dumping money to us. So, $4.99 super chat from Carpe Diem said literally nothing, but just wanted to support the channel. So we appreciate you, my friend. I believe we have a special GIF for you.
Yeah. Rocco does not like the gifts, sir, for some reason.
He does. He just... Because it's not Italian, you know? There we go. What the... I love these. These are great. If we don't get a super chat by the end of the shows, I might start doing it myself just to see what we have, because I never see these beforehand. So, guys, like I mentioned, we got a pretty packed show today. Super excited. No guests. So all you get is me and Robin, and of course, the Don Rocco. We like to start off the shows with some giggles. And Robin, in the age of memes and everyone's Twitter handle trying to be funny, and we have. Some are good, some missed the mark. And it looks like, I'm curious what your thoughts on this one is. So this is from CoinGecko. On our way to become Rihanna's backup dancer in this bear market. And so let's see what their Twitter handle has come.
Come here, rude boy, boy, can you get it up? Come here, rude boy, boy, is you big enough? Take it, yeah, baby, yeah, take it, yeah, baby. Come here, rude boy, boy.
Yeah.
We are officially in a bear market, ladies and gentlemen. It is confirmed by CoinGecko's Twitter handle. We are in a bear market.
Did that get you excited? At least the gecko's smiling. That's good. So do you think this missed the mark, or was it a good one?
I don't think there was a mark.
Yeah, it's
There might have been a mark. It was smacking himself pretty hard there. So, I decided to bring back your favorite Robin. So this is just for you, my friend. Rocco.
Again?
Give me some sound, baby. Give me some sound. Don't listen to the outside noise, guys. We're up 50%. Don't listen to them. Bitcoin's a scam. Crypto's going to zero. Nope. 10K is not coming. Bottom is in, guys. Bottom is in. All right. So I have a subscription to Masterclass. I've always found it intriguing. I always try to expand my knowledge outside of what I already know. And it could be in random things like, cooking or whatever, gardening. And I was watching it yesterday. I saw it on my app. I was like, I haven't used this in a while. So I re-downloaded it. And I saw a blockchain course on there, cryptocurrency. And lo and behold, I'm watching. And there's this part where Emily Choi, who is the president and COO of Coinbase, she breaks it down so good, and we posted this on our Twitter. And guys, if you're not following us on Twitter, let's go ahead and pull this up. Go follow us on Twitter, and this is the video. And anytime you have anyone asking you, well, what is crypto? What makes it so unique? Or why do you believe in crypto so much? Literally, all you do, save this video, download it to your phone, and show it to your friends. This was pretty good.
Crypto is decentralized digital money. It is built on the blockchain. It is designed to be native to the internet. A blockchain provides an ongoing, constantly re-verified record of the transactions that are happening within a network. And it's designed to tap into this network of participants. So everyone is constantly checking their work. There is no central authority in control of that. One of the great things about crypto is that it enables the transfer of value globally, 24/7, without a middleman, for low fees, with very instant settlement. You're not relying on a central authority or government to take control of your assets, and that puts you in a much more powerful position. Crypto doesn't care who you are, where you're from, what race you are, anything like that. It's agnostic. Crypto is...
And on the back of that, something important. So this is from Wall Street Silver. And guys, if you remember, I believe it was last year or the year before, the Canadian truckers, right? They were protesting and people were sending them money and the GoFundMe got shut down. And then people started sending them Bitcoin and then they started freezing people's bank accounts. Well, this is a clip of a speech the Deputy Prime Minister of Canada gave. And so the note here on the tweet is Canada has gone from a country known for freedom to now using their financial system to destroy protesters financially. And just listen to what she has to say and think about the video you just watched.
Yeah, so look, when it comes to the financial measures, I think the most important thing to start with is, as the Prime Minister just said, Justice Rouleau's conclusion, which was, and I'm going to read it, it was a powerful tool to discourage participation and to incentivize protesters to leave. I am satisfied that it played a meaningful role in shrinking the footprint of the protests and in doing so made a meaningful contribution to resolving the public order emergency.
What are your thoughts on that, Rob?
So,
They use
weaponize
people's bank accounts.
people's bank
People's
accounts
money.
and savings and money. Yeah. That's where we're at. And I feel like globally this is becoming the norm, right? Back in the 80s, you had less power over citizens when it came to money. It was like, hey, you want to get somebody's bank account, you got to get a subpoena. It still holds true. However, you can just go over all of that and act in what you think is the best interest for the people. Fortunately, best interest for the people in the eyes of government sometimes is the best interest for the politicians at that point in time. And, we've seen, especially over the recent times, that politicians can get it wrong. Government agencies can get it wrong. And, I won't go deep into this whole COVID thing, but, there was a lot of, in the early days of COVID, there was a lot of things said that in hindsight they rewound. They came out and said, don't buy masks. You don't need masks. They don't help. And then, save it for the surgeons, as they said. And then later on, the narrative changed and they're like, well, we had data wrong or whatever it was. And so what I'm saying is that you're never going to make 100% right decisions 100% of the time. It's just not the way the world works. And if they leverage their power to take control of your bank accounts and take your money, and they think they're doing what's right, even though it might be wrong, even maybe 5 years from now, they look back and say, hey, we messed that up. Who pays the price?
Yeah.
And you know what, man? This is becoming the norm, man. And like I said, back in the 80s and the 90s, it wasn't where we are at now. And, we're seeing more executive orders. We're seeing more centralization of power in the certain branches of the government. And with every catastrophe that happens globally, you can look at 9/11, where they had the terrorism act that came out that lets you spy on people.
That's the Patriot Act.
The Patriot Act. So at every calamity that happens, you have new legislation that comes in that gives more power to politicians,
Yes.
to government agencies, and this COVID thing did the same, and it's going to happen more. And
That's
this
why they
whole-
fear crypto, guys.
Yeah, and this whole overreach is getting worse, man. And you're seeing it in country after country. And you know what? This is only going to get worse for the simple fact that inflation is now getting out of control. Not that it wasn't last year, but I'm just saying it's getting out of control. Money printing is getting out of control. Median salary is going down. The cost of living is going up. People are getting fed up. People are starting to speak out. And watch out. They're going to silence you. And if they can't silence you on your Twitter account, they might silence your bank account.
That's right.
And you know what? And here's the thing. Even if you think this is conspiracy theory, you got to admit there's a small chance that this could get out of control, right? There's got to be a
think
small
it's already
chance.
starting to?
I think it is, and I think it's possible that 20 years from now we're in some dystopian freaking world where the government is controlling all of your money and your whole CBDC like doomsday scenario.
Yes, thank you for bringing that up.
I'm just saying, like, here's the thing. I push back on that idea because I think that we're always going to have an out on cryptocurrency. I think, crypto's going to be legal, so you're always going to have a means to exit the system. But at the same time, I recognize, even though I push against that theory, I recognize that it is a possibility. Now, I do think it's a small possibility, but it's a possibility. And if that's something that can happen and you're not prepared for the eventuality of something that could play out like that, then, if you get caught with your pants down, it's bad, dude. If you try to go all in and move all your savings account and checking account and all of your wealth at the last minute when the rest of the masses are trying to do it, you're going to the door's going to shut. And so why not hedge your bet, hedge your life, hedge your hard-earned money, your life savings by protecting yourself from the powers that be, which is government. And
The system.
like I said, it's not like it's imminent. It's not like tomorrow all of a sudden they're going to seize your bank accounts. But at least think about the possibility that some point down the road.
Rob, think about this example. Kanye West had his bank accounts frozen, right? Over $170 million. The next time in public, what hat was he wearing? And I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's not a bit. He was wearing a Satoshi Nakamoto hat. Why? Because you have full control and power over your money with crypto. You have a wallet, whether it be a mobile hot wallet or a cold wallet, and that money is yours. No one can touch it, right? So you're essentially your own bank. That money is yours. That is why so many people are heading towards our space, is because they're sick of people controlling what, and I say the wrong thing, right? And whether you agree with me or not, my bank account gets frozen. Like, what is that? That's complete BS. And so that is, and what Emily Choi said in the video, crypto does not care what you have to say, what ethnicity you are, if you're rich, if you're poor, if you live in Asia, if you live in the US, if you live under a rock. No one cares. Crypto blockchain does not care. Pay your fee and move money around. That's it. That's all they care about, because it's decentralized. And so, yeah, Leber said Trudeau froze Canadians' bank accounts last year. Yeah, he did. And that's the problem. Right? So if you don't agree with government and you decide to speak out and protest, hey, let's get these protesters off the road, just freeze their bank accounts. See how quickly people go back home when they can't pay their gas bill, when they can't pay for gas to drive to work, when they can't buy groceries. It's complete BS. That is like, government's supposed to work for the people, not the other way around.
And we have a pretty cush here in the US. And 50% of our audience here on YouTube is outside the US. We're about a 50-50 split.
Yeah.
And so the chances of freezing bank accounts and going straight crazy rogue on the citizens, less likely in the States.
Very less likely, yes.
But if you're abroad, man, I would protect your assets just in case, man. Just in case something comes down this pipeline that government is all like, hey, we know what's best for you, because we've heard that time and time again. Yep. And it ends up being what's best for the politicians, right? Usually. So I don't know.
It's a system, unfortunately, that we don't necessarily have a say in until crypto came around. And so Yes, I get it. We're all here. We all want to make money. Everyone wants to make money. Our portfolios go up. We're happy. But think about the underlying reason why we got into crypto, why you watch this show every day, why you're learning every single day. It's more than just money. It's about freedom. Speaking of freedom, big shout out to our man, Tom Emmer. So the CBDC narrative is starting to, and I saw a lot of people in the chat talking about CBDCs. Guys, if you're excited for a CBDC, put a 2 in the chat. If you're not, put a 1 in the chat. Better see a lot of 1s. Except Robin, you could put a 2 because I know you're excited. So Tom Emmer tweeted, today I introduced the CBDC Anti-Surveillance State Act to halt efforts of unelected bureaucrats in Washington, D.C. from stripping Americans of the right to financial privacy. I've mentioned this several times, guys. I picked up a book called Central Banking 101 a while ago, read the whole thing 3 times. And in there, in detail, it discusses what a CBDC means. It was $15, well worth the read, very well put together. You guys should go pick up that book if you enjoy reading. So this is from Tom Emmer, right? He's considered one of the champions of our space. So this is in direct correlation and in a direct response to the Federal Reserve, right? Talks about non-elected bureaucrats, AKA the Federal Reserve. Well, obviously the chairperson is elected, but everyone else is not. To amend the Federal Reserve Act to prohibit the Federal Reserve banks from offering certain products or services directly to an individual, to prohibit the use of central bank digital currencies for monetary policy and for other purposes. This thing goes on. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but some interesting stuff here. Except as specifically authorized under this act, the Federal Reserve Bank may not offer products or services directly to an individual, maintain an account on behalf of an individual, or issue a central bank digital currency directly to an individual. That is literally what CBDC is. So how far will this go? Who knows? But pretty interesting. Just know that there are some people who are fighting for our right.
You know, but here's the thing. Also, if you unpack what CBDC technology is going to do, essentially it removes the intermediaries and all these different third and fourth parties and the extremely long processing time. We've all seen it. You swipe your card at a gas station or a restaurant, your credit card or checking card, and it takes 2 days to process. You see processing sometimes 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And that's just the inefficiencies of an outdated system. And so a CBDC would be a pretty close to instant settlement. And, you know, that is, if you take away all the extra stuff, you think about it, like that's a good upgrade. That's something that we need, right? The 3 to 4 day processing, that's just it's not sustainable long term. And it is 2023. Like there's no need for this. We have the technology and the means and capabilities to tell one bank, hey, we took out $50. The other banks say, hey, cool, we got it. Or the merchants say, we got it. Like this whole extremely long processing. And that's essentially what CBDCs are, is just, hey, the money we can just track it and move it immediately. Now, at the same time, the caveat is, hey, you can also move data with that as well. And it has an identification to it. So you can track it, and so that's where the control issues come into play. Well, hopefully, with the coming of CBDCs, because they're coming, whether you want them or not, every single country. The question is, will there be parameters in place, like Tom Emmer's bill here, that will just keep the CBDC, keep the money to what it's supposed to be, just a movement of value, and that's it. And let's not trace and track everything. So,
all right, let's get into some markets. Also, guys, we have a poll up. What will drive the next narrative in crypto? Is it gaming? What are the options?
Well,
Gaming,
also,
DeFi, or AI?
So, just a little love to the chat here. We do have a couple of new people. I don't know where all my new people are at. But we have Marshall Law, S. DeVille, and Jesse M. Hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto. We got like a 30% like ratio. Why? Y'all not like this show? Do you not like Big Rob? Do you not like David? Actually, do you like Rocco?
Yes.
Put a thumbs up in the chat if you like Rocco.
No. No one likes Rocco. He said.
Thank you.
What?
You said that. You're shaking your head.
I was talking about the likes.
Okay.
All right. So taking a look at the crypto markets.
Oh yes, someone real quick, Rob. Someone mentioned Fed minutes. Yes, that is coming out in 5 minutes. So expect a lot of volatility.
We'll be covering the Fed minutes live, or the reaction to it. And let's take a quick peek at the markets here. We are at $23,700 on Bitcoin. Quite a significant pullback. Now, not anything crazy, dangerous territory, nothing to get too overly spooked about. I think this is a natural pullback, but if you take a look at the 7 days, you can kind of see that it's really not anywhere we haven't already been in the last week. We were at 23,000 about 5 days ago, and now we're back to 23,000. And in testing this 25K mark, it's going to be tough resistance. We're gonna go up there. We're gonna hit that thing, kind of like Mario hitting the blocks. You got to hit it 5 times to get all them coins out. You know what I'm saying? Now, taking a look at the month here, you can see that we are trending in the upward on the month as well. And then just take a look at the year to date. You can see where we came at from the beginning of the year, 16,000, which is pretty much the bottom, and yeah, looking good. So I still hold high spirits here. And also the crypto fear and greed index is at 59. This will probably pull back to, like 55 later today when this refreshes with the little pullback. But you can see that that we are still in the greed category, and that there's not some overall arching fear in crypto investing. And then looking at the more visual representation on the weekly gains, you can see that it is pretty green across the board for the week. You have the likes of Stacks up full over 100%, Filecoin up 50%, Anchor up 50% on the week. And then taking a look at on the daily, you can see that it is pretty red across the board. It only Stacks up 10%, and Optimism up as well. So
Stacks, baby.
And then we'll see where the market ends up going here after this Fed minutes. It's kind of flat, slightly in the green, but could we get a hawkish or bearish narrative coming out of the Fed minute? So we are in anticipation. See what happens. That's all I got there, David.
There's talks of, well, why is the market going down? Well, this might be a reason why. This is from Forecast News. Bitcoin Ether fall as 2-year bond nears 15-year high. And by the way, it's not a bond, it's a note. No, it's not a bond. Series of economic data in the U.S. released on Tuesday, including earnings reports from retail giants and the rising rate of some treasury bills, weighed down on equity markets. The 2-year treasury note yield rose to 4.7% on Tuesday, the highest level since 2007, with the 10-year treasury yield climbing to 3.9%. Elevated levels in the treasury bond yield represents a larger upside risk for yields, placing downward pressure on equities. You got to think of it this way. I have the option of putting $1 million into the stock market or the crypto market, and maybe I'll gain 20%, maybe I'll lose 10%. Or I can put that million into the bond market, into the T-bill market, and I can get guaranteed 5%. Zero risk. So what are you going to do if you're a hedge fund? What are you going to do if you're a venture capital? What are you going to do if you're an investment firm? So you got to think of it that way. That is why rising yields are bad for risk on assets, right? Risk on. But if you're taking no risk and getting slightly less than you would in the market, taking all the risk, who would do that? You got to think of it that way.
Yeah, and in the bear market, the go-to principle, especially for hedge funds and big investors, is that you want to preserve your capital, not take losses, essentially just weather the storm. And so, it's not about making, tons of money in the bear market. You just don't want to lose any. And so it's a tried and true method there. So,
like I said, the only asset that investment advisors, registered investment advisors, can label risk-free is U.S. Treasury securities. That's it. Everything else has to have a disclaimer on it. You can't say it's risk-free. Take a look at what Bitcoin's been doing over the last few months. So 2 green months to start the year. Haven't seen that since 2021, which was the only other time we saw it in the history of Bitcoin. Well, except 2013 as well. Will this month end in red or green? Who knows? If we swap over to the weekly, we saw Bitcoin get off to a massive start. First 4 weeks of the year in the green. And we had a couple red weeks, followed by 11.4% last week. It looks like this week we're getting ready to end in the red, unless, like Robin mentioned, we get some dovish narrative coming out of the Fed minutes. And of course, we're not going to have time to read the whole minutes live on air, but we'll at least see what comes out of it. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. So I had this drawn on yesterday, and I've kept it on the entire time. So I call this the pitchfork, the trident, Neptune's trident. And so this was a rising wedge, which does typically break to the downside, which we saw break to the downside. And this is on the 1 hour. And typically what you see is how you know this is exactly what was supposed to happen. You saw a break below, retest, fail. Now this is resistance, where it was support back here, right? Support yesterday. Now it's resistance. And we came back down. We are making lower highs. But it looks like we found some ground right around 23,600. If I get rid of the pitchfork, Neptune's trident here, and I throw on my Ichimoku. So where do we have to go for the short-term trend to be positive again? You want to break above this cloud, at least break above this baseline here, which is right at 24,000. But to break above the cloud moving forward, you're looking at over 24K, we're in equilibrium. And over 24.5 would be okay. The trend is reversed because, as you can see here, we have been in a downtrend since yesterday. If you go over to the 4 hour, take a look at what's that doing. So 4 hour, we are still kind of in a bullish trend. We are trading in the cloud, so don't want to do anything here. Cloud is big, so lots of volatility going on. Expect more volatility to come, of course, with the Fed minutes, and then Polygon Matic. This is officially in a downtrend. This is again on the 1 hour. If we swap over to the 4 hour, things are looking. So this is very, very important, guys. This level of $1.35, $1.34 to $1.35 is extremely important. If we lose this cloud level, I would expect us to go down and visit that $1.23 level, which has been great support and resistance here. I'll just draw a horizontal line on here real quick so you guys can see. And again, this is on the 4 hour. And so we've seen it bounce off of here. It's acted as resistance back on the 1st of February. It's acted as support right here on the 3rd. Resistance, support. So a very, very key level. On top of that, we have tons of volume coming in. So if Polygon drops to $1.24, I'd be looking to scoop it up, not financial advice. But if it doesn't, expect it to retest and catch some resistance right around the $1.44 mark. And then one thing I want to look at was the VIX, the volatility index. This one's negative right now, down 1.7%. I assume this will change as people start digesting the Fed minutes. And yeah, that's all I got.
All right.
Pause. Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Are you good, David? All right. So when is the Fed minutes coming out? And
It should already be out.
It should already be out?
Yeah.
Let's see here. Fed minutes. So I have a synopsis here. I'm kind of trying to read through.
Of you? What did they say? Inflation transfer?
Yeah, give me a minute, I'll get it pulled up.
What's this video, Rock? I'm curious. Yeah, we don't care. You know. Yeah, Big Rob. Big Rob will be on Around the Blockchain today at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure to go support Sin City Crypto and your friend Robin. On the weekend? Oh, yes. Our Sunday live show? Yes. The two new live shows.
I got the Sunday live show's good, man. I've been putting a lot of production into it. So make sure you guys come check out. It is officially deemed the Sunday Rant and Ramble. my wife was like, "You called it Q&A, but didn't didn't ask any questions or read any questions." And I was like,
Shocker.
I was like, that happens.
My mic.
The mic was off the whole time.
The whole time I was talking, the mic was off.
Yeah.
All right. While Robin's looking for the Fed minutes.
Yeah, I have the notes here. There's I couldn't find any video on it, but I'll just kind of go over what CNBC has kind of highlighted. So, Federal Reserve officials at their most recent meeting indicated that there are signs of inflation is coming down, but not enough to counter the need for the interest rate increases. The meeting minutes released on Wednesday's show. Now, while the January 31st and February 1st meeting concluded with a smaller rate hike than most of those implemented in the early days of 2022, which we saw the 0.5% and even 0.75%. Officials stress that their concern over inflation is high. Inflation remained well above the Fed's 2% target rate, and that this comes with the labor markets remaining very tight, contributing to the continued upward pressures on wages and prices. So they didn't say anything that they haven't already echoed.
I think what the people are going to look at is
there were rumors floating around that there might be a pause, that there were some little nuggets of information sprinkled out there that Jerome Powell was saying, hey, tune into the Fed minutes. And so he was kind of hyping it up as though there might be some juicy info in there. But it's nothing that we haven't already seen. Their inflation's coming down, and there's going to be a need for more interest rate increases.
Yeah, but I think what people are going to hang their hats on is inflation's coming down.
I mean, he's been saying that, though.
I'm just saying. He keeps saying it. It confirmation bias.
The thing, it's going to line up exactly. The thing is the Fed doesn't want to create volatility in the markets. And so...
Best hairlines on crypto YouTube.
Thank you. Whose hairline? What?
Both of ours.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Big shout out to Crypto Billy. He's driving, but he's listening.
My boy. Crypto Billy, we love you, bro.
He's going to come visit us here in a few weeks.
He is?
A couple weeks.
Right. Billy.
Mm-hmm. If you guys are in Las Vegas, you want to come visit, and you're not a weirdo, we'd love to have you here in studio. We got to throw the weirdo disclaimer out there because it didn't take long for us to run into one of those.
Billy's been a whale member for a while. Why don't we take him to a cigar lounge, have a cigar in an old fashioned? What do you say?
Maybe he doesn't smoke.
Yeah.
Billy, if you like cigars, let us know. But don't get in a car crash. Okay. I think, obviously, guys, the Fed minutes just came out. People are going to dissect it. It's going to take a little while for markets, and I'm keeping my eye on Bitcoin here. Nothing crazy happening. We do have a decent green candle in the 4-hour, but the price is still, it's inching towards 24 now.
NASDAQ is up a little bit. It went from 0.5 to 0.75. And so the trend is in the right direction. So
Bitcoin's going here. Just real quick before we get into the news.
Is Bitcoin going hog wild?
This is a 5-minute chart.
Can I get some bull sound?
5-minute chart on Bitcoin. We should see this. Cloud twist. A lot of volume coming in on the 5-minute. We did have a wick up to 23.9. We're still at 23.9 now, so this is good. What we do like to see in the short term is we do like to see some support made on top of this 23.8. So if we don't trade below it, we start going up on the shorter time frame 24.1. And then as we keep going, a better one would be 24.4. But of course, this is on the 5 minutes, so anything can happen. All right, let's get into some breaking news this morning, which can have possible implications for the NFT market. Dapper Labs NBA Top Shot Moments, NFTs, they're securities, said a federal judge. This is sourced from The Block. Let's scroll down here. NBA Top Shot Moments NFTs meet the requirements to be considered a security, a federal judge said in a court filing on Wednesday, giving the green light to a class action lawsuit against Dapper Labs. And just for, one of my larger bags is Flow. So just to be transparent with you guys, am I worried? Not really. Dapper Labs does own Flow, but Flow is its own thing. But the larger ramifications might be worse. We'll talk about that here in a second. The judge denied a motion by Dapper Labs CEO Roham Garagozlu to dismiss a lawsuit that alleges his firm violated securities laws by selling the NBA Top Shot moments without standard registration and disclosure applied to other investment contracts. Said, quote, Judge Victor Marrero, not all NFTs offered or sold by any company will constitute a security, and each scheme, interesting to use that word, scheme, must be assessed on a case-by-case basis. I guess that's good. The judge applied the Howey test. When are we going to get rid of this stupid Howey test, bro? The judge cited the company's control over Top Shots after they sold, as well as specific tweets promoting the NFTs in its court filing that used emojis to suggest the assets will gain value.
Oh,
Hold on. It gets better.
game changer.
Although the literal word profit is not included in any of these tweets, the rocket ship emoji, the stock chart emoji, and the money bags emoji objectively mean one thing, a financial return on investment.
So much to say, bro.
Okay, please go ahead.
Boom.
Let's hear it.
How the hell is this a security, man? You're offering a product that's sold by the organization. Is it any different than a game-worn jersey? I mean, honestly, is there any difference between a game-worn jersey and an NBA Top Shot moment? There's none. Are NBA jerseys, are they securities? Do you need to register? Are they part ownership? You're just selling a good, man. And this happens to be a digital collectible versus a material collectible. There's no, stop it with this, man. Like, I understand the problem with the securities law is that it's murky and you use this weird Howey test that is extremely vague on its own.
Yes.
I can't even explain it to you in a well thought out way. Like, I can't. I can just give you like scenarios and be like, well, it kind of fits in this box and it works with this one. Like, this is collectibles, man. And it's crazy to me.
You know what it is?
You know, you go to the games and they give you the program. You know, you get the little, you can pay for those. Those are $5, man. You pay $5 and it gives you all the little player stats on there. And then you can resell that if you want to. And you can say, hey, I got the program from this game and it has all the players from that day and the lineup for that day. How is that any different than taking a snapshot of the game that's on a video format? It's is insane to me how everything is labeled a security, bro. Is my shirt a security? Is this room a security? Is this sign a security? Like, I don't know, man.
This is going to be a good short. I can already tell. Rocco, note it. Note the timestamp.
I know it.
You know,
Jesus.
yeah.
Pull over. You ever
man.
register your Pokemon?
You know
card?
what it is? It's these. I'm trying so hard not to curse. It's these. It's these crybaby
Crybaby,
bitches.
You can do it.
It's the crybaby bitches who lose money on investments, and then they go to and then they get, hey, lawyer, can I do a class? We say this time and time again. Class action lawsuit against this. Coinbase had a class action lawsuit. Flow had a class action lawsuit. There was other companies that have a class action lawsuit. They invest money. The coin goes down, then they go after the platform. Well, they listed an unregistered security, and if I knew it was an unregistered security, then I wouldn't put money in it. Bullshit, man. BS.
But the thing is if you lose money, people lose money on collectibles all the time.
That's my point.
This is what it is. It's a collectible.
That's my point.
It's a sports memorabilia. And people, the guy bought the Tom Brady's last touchdown pass before he, when he announced his retirement, the price of it shot up, right? It was Tom Brady's last touchdown pass. And then boom, he comes out of retirement, says he's coming back. And then all of a sudden the price of that football went from, what was like $500,000, all just straight dumped, went way back down. So you lost your money there. I know he retired
Is eBay
again.
a securities exchange, right? You can buy and sell collectibles on eBay. Are they a security exchange?
Dude, man.
Are they regulated by the SEC?
It's just getting absurd, dude.
What is getting when you need it?
Oh, we're going to get an HR video from Gary here soon. Recently, we had the judge ruled that NFTs are securities, and these laws have been in place for years and years. Shut up, Gary.
Fake.
I'm sorry, but I'm like Rob, man. This thing pisses me off.
Dude, man. It's absurd, man.
It's people are crybabies. They're crybabies. They lose money. Like, oh, who do I blame? Who do I blame? You talked about it. You sold it to me. Well, guess what? No one put a gun to your head and forced you to go into your wallet and put money out and buy this token or buy this collectible, right?
Hold on a second.
Recently, the commission issued proposals on key parts of our equity market system to make it more efficient, more competitive, more fair.
This has nothing to do with crypto, but I figure it would just be a good time to roll into.
I don't want to roll into this,
office
bro.
hours with Gary.
My
office
blood
hours
pressure
with
was
Gary.
starting to rise and it was starting to feel
Every
good.
day.
Investors just like you turn
Yeah.
to broker-dealers in our markets.
That's right.
Often through brokerage apps.
Yeah.
To build a better
Security.
financial future.
That's a security.
But I think
That's
today's
security.
markets are not
That's
as
a
fair.
security. This man is a security.
This
He's a
should
security
go.
issue. Somebody call security on this guy.
Oh, man.
I'm done.
This thing they should take this thing to the Supreme Court. And I'm not a lawyer. I don't know what you need to do to get the Supreme Court to hear something, but you got to figure
How is it anything other than a collectible, man? Is
because the emojis. You can't use emojis. Stop using emojis in our
Okay,
tweets.
here's a question. Okay, I can go to a sports memorabilia store, and I know I keep going back to this, but it just I can't
what it is.
separate the two.
That's what it
Like,
is.
you go to a sports memorabilia store. Sometimes they got the jerseys on the wall. They have the helmets, right? They got all the they got all the crap. They got hats. There's always pictures. Remember, they have like the arenas. You see like the Staples Center. And now it's
Robin,
Crypto.com
look at the
stand.
casinos here. They each have an art gallery.
And so
Are they securities?
So you go to the sports memorabilia store and they have pictures of like Jordan, pictures of arenas and stadiums and big games. There's like I remember they had one where Kobe what was it? He scored like a 81 point. What was
81,
this?
baby.
Yeah, and they had a picture of him like when he was like when he shot his last shot for that, and it was like Kobe, and it was like boom, and you pay money for that, and that's a collectible. It's a picture. It's a picture. It's
Some
a
might
picture.
even call
Why-
it an investment.
and why? And here's the thing: if you buy that picture in a physical photo format, what is the difference between buying a picture in a digital format? There's no difference. There's no difference. There's no difference.
Okay.
I guess some good we can take away from this, right, is the judge said that not all schemes are securities. They have to be on a case-by-case
If it's in a photo format in a memorabilia store, it's not a scheme. There you go. Thank you.
Like I mentioned, these casinos, they all have their art galleries, and you can't tell me some people don't go buy in there and buy it, the idea of reselling it at a later date and making some money. So the waters are murky, and our politicians and our judges are not helping any different. And as long as these crybabies keep filing lawsuits and try to point the finger when they made terrible money-making decisions and investment decisions, then, these cases are going to continue to be brought up, and you're going to get judges like this guy who say, oh, this is security. People put the rocket ship emoji.
Guys, what does the chat think? Is there anybody that disagrees with us? Is there anybody?
There's no way.
There's no way, right? Okay, I'll put a 1 in the chat. You think this is the most absurd labeling of a security by the judge? This wasn't the SEC as the judge, but put a 1 in the chat if this is absurd. If you're just flabbergasted, put a 2 in the chat if there's some kind of merit, and then you're going to need to explain yourself afterwards. But thank you.
A promotion of expectation of profit. You can say that about anything. Right? Just because they put a rocket ship. I mean, the judge, okay. I put rocket ship because I like the emoji rocket ship.
Yeah.
Waters are murky, guys. That's all I'm saying. All right, let's move on. Move on to some good news. Good news.
What's up?
Avalanche to onboard 50 million users through their new partnership. The theme of the show is gaming taking over crypto? Rob, this is where you shine, my friend. This is where you shine. The Avalanche network is set to onboard up to 50 million new users into the cryptocurrency space through its recent partnership with Loco, a leading esports and live streaming platform that's building a suite of Web3 products through it. Loco has recently raised $42 million in the largest Series A round in Indian and Southeast Asia gaming history, and has built an arsenal of preferred partners that include heavyweights such as Activision Blizzard, Riot Games, and PUBG. Per the firm, 85% of leading gaming creators are on Loco, as the platform has seen a 900% growth in daily active users over the last 12 months. And we know how big fantasy gaming is. Fantasy football, fantasy basketball, fantasy hockey, whatever fantasy. Platform is now set to allow its content creators to engage with fans while streaming games. Specifically, it's targeting the collectibles and fantasy sports markets, with the latter being a growing industry that generated over $22 billion last year. And so 50 million users, Robin, that's a lot of people. That's a lot of people, bro. You bullish on Avalanche? You bullish on game? Like, can gaming drive the next narrative that sends crypto into a bull market?
I don't know if it's not big enough to drive.
Bro, gaming sector is huge.
And the gaming sector's huge, but I think that store of wealth is as as Trump would say, huge.
Huge.
No, it's not going to be the catalyst to the bull market. It's not going to be what takes it to the next level. But it is definitely something to keep an eye out for. There is a lot of money in gaming. There's a lot of money in esports, and we're starting to get paid. That's the beauty of it, man. You're going to start getting paid for playing video games. Because essentially your time is money. And if they can take your time away from you by playing video games and sell you stuff, hey, you know what? They can incentivize you by doing so, by kicking you back. It's no different than getting that punch card for your smoothies, right? You buy 5 smoothies, you get 1 free, right? Same concept here. You play 5 hours of video games and they make $100 off of you, then why not give you $10 back, right? And so I could see a situation like that. Blockchain and gaming makes sense. Esports is ever growing. We have an esports arena here in Las Vegas at the Luxor. We also have plenty of giant stadiums that host these like mega events that they sell out whole stadiums for the esports arenas, man.
That's what especially I'm saying, bro. Look at just fantasy football.
Was it Counter-Strike, right? The CSGO.
CSGO,
yeah. that is huge. And then, at some point, and those are all paid,
there was a Pokemon
right?
Go convention in Vegas.
Dude, man, that was strange.
I'm just saying, there's people, bro.
You want to talk
there's
about
people.
being inundated with some weird people, man? Woo!
You better be careful.
There was like 30,000 people that traveled to Las Vegas to meet up at a park to catch Pokemon.
That's what I'm saying. So these people are all jokes aside, these people are passionate.
Yeah.
And now you can own the content. You can, you live stream, connect with your audience. You keep more of the money they send you. And on top of that, you can make money playing the game. Who's going to say no?
Well, here's the thing. If you get pulled into an ecosystem because of a game, you're more likely to use that ecosystem for other services like DeFi.
Okay.
And so let's just say you're like, hey, I could use DeFi in ETH. I can use it in Polygon. I can use it in Avalanche. I can use it in Algorand. But hey, I spend all day long earning rewards by playing a dApp that runs on Avalanche's blockchain, or that I get rewarded in Avalanche token as AVAX token, for an example. Now, I don't know how the reward system would work with the said partnership, but I would assume you're going to get paid back in native tokens that are on said chain, right? So Avalanche is going to be the one that has more users that are outside of their typical base. The typical people that would be using Avalanche are now going to come in using it for gaming. Now, if that person that's also playing the game wants to facilitate DeFi, more likely that they're going to stay within their own ecosystem, right?
Mm.
Oh,
hey, it's the ecosystem. It's in the crypto ecosystem, right? Think about what door people come through into our ecosystem. Is it the investing door? Is it the trading door? Is it the I need to send money to my family in El Salvador and I don't know how to do it? Oh my God, I can do a Bitcoin door. Whatever door it is, once you're in the ecosystem, like, oh, this is pretty cool. What else can I do?
Yeah.
Bam, 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 bam.
It's just breaks down the barrier for entry and it puts you in a little basket. It puts you in that little zone, in that neighborhood. We saw it with NFTs. People went to the Ethereum
Careful, there's
network.
securities.
Yeah. So
No emojis, Rocco.
No more.
And so
This is
you know,
why I have-
people
I
ended
put
up in the Ethereum network buying Ethereum to facilitate NFT transactions and to purchase NFTs. They had to set up an ETH wallet to store the NFTs. And so when it's time to send money to somebody, like you said, or it's time to do a swap, or it's time to leverage a loan, and you want to do something DeFi, you're probably going to stick with the same native chain that you're already on, right?
Unless they don't have
You
what
already
you're
have
looking
the
for.
wallet. You already have money for transaction fees set aside, or tokens set aside for transaction fees.
We just need
you
them
might
to.
be staking because you
just-
want to.
We just need them to walk through the door,
What door?
the crypto door.
Hmm.
They don't have to kick the door in. They can just open it.
that
Peek
door
their head
look
in. Oh, gaming. Okay, let me go see what this is about. And the next thing you know, you're 15 doors deep, and now you're a crypto savant. You know where, Robin? You're soft.
Hey, I got something new for you when you do a nice joke.
What?
Instead to have the usual one, I got something else.
You do?
What you got?
All right. Well,
Okay.
Robin's soft.
Hold
so-
on, so
Robin, you soft.
Why you keep calling me soft? I'm good.
Because Ubisoft continues Web3 push with Rabbit. That was terrible, I know, but whatever.
Okay.
Rocco, whatever you were planning on
What
doing.
is that?
Like cats
Are those?
fighting on the roof.
All right, all jokes aside, Ubisoft continues Web3 push with Rabbids NFT in the sandbox. I saw someone in our chat mention sandbox source from Decrypt. So this is going to be themed around the Chinese Lunar New Year. Ubisoft was the first major video game publisher to release in-game NFT items with Ghost Recon Breakpoint in December of 2021, and today's launch of Rabbids NFT avatars for ETH Metaverse game, The Sandbox. So Ubisoft, if I'm not mistaken, are they behind Assassin's Creed?
Yes.
Robin, right? Okay.
Yes.
The NFT release comes 1 year after Ubisoft initially announced plans to bring its popular Rabbids characters to the sandbox. They're releasing 2,000 of the Rabbids avatars via Polygon, with each NFT selling for 100 sand tokens. And this is what they're going to look like. On February 28th, the sandbox will launch a Rabbids game world in the current open alpha test. So that is happening in 6 days. So early next week, the avatars are billed as, quote, a key to future utility in the sandbox, including access to potential future drops. Oh yeah, here we go. Assassin's Creed. So Ubisoft's pretty big, Rob. Pretty big. So this fits into the gaming narrative. Is this big news, no news, or kind of news?
Rabbids has a lot of partnerships, some that have kind of swinged and missed, some that are better. They did partner with Mario. There's like a Mario Rabbids, which is interesting because it breaks away from the typical Mario style game. It's like a turn-based shooter thing, which is good. They actually came out with a sequel. I haven't played it. I think I might download it. But anyways, the Rabbids franchise does have a cult-like following. Not quite as big as some of the other games in the Ubisoft portfolio, but definitely one of their popular brands. I'll leave it at that. And what does that mean for Sandbox? Sandbox. Here's the thing: you can build a mall, and you can fill it with all the coolest stores, man. But if people don't go visit, it's gonna fail eventually, right? And that's all I'm saying, is that you still got to get people to play the game. You still got to get people in the ecosystem playing Sandbox. And you can make all these partnerships. You can take people's early investments and people that decided not to sell and all of this raised capital, and you can partner and pay people money to come build in the Sandbox, but you still got to get people over to play it. Now, is it bullish? Yes. What I would like to see from these articles, not Sandbox partnered with, not Sandbox partnered with, not Snoop Dogg up in Sandbox.
Well,
what
usually
I
Snoop Dogg
want to
has it,
see is I want to see Sandbox's daily users cross 10,000. Sandbox's daily, new accounts crossed 100,000. Sandbox's launching on what's up? She give me all kinds of weird airplane landing noises.
Bro,
So,
asking you shall receive.
oh, damn.
Blockchain gaming continues its steady rise, making up 48% of decentralized application activity. You want numbers? Here are your numbers, bro. Blockchain gaming industry has continued to show signs of strength in 2023, according to a new report on Tuesday. New report by DApp, Radar, and Blockchain Gaming Association. On-chain gaming activity rose 1.31% to 858 daily something, making up 48% of January DApp activity. On-chain gaming activity refers to transactions within games that take place on smart contracts on a blockchain. The market caps of the top gaming tokens increased by 122% on average, with Gala leading the way at 218% and $384 million. And as of January 31st, first, ApeCoin leads the pack with a market cap of $2 billion and a percentage increase of 52%. This is thanks to their sewer pass. In January, that was another high point for them. The sewer pass acts as a key to playing their Dookie Dash game. I know, Robin, you're an ApeCoin hater. You're a Bored Ape Yacht Club hater.
Yeah, you're hanging this.
Bro, they're popular,
this,
bro.
This market adoption and this market cap has grown because you get a key to play Dookie Dash.
Hey, man.
You got a key to play Dookie Dash.
Yeah.
You are set financially.
Yeah.
YOLO. Let's go.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Have you ever played Dookie Dash?
No, because I don't have the sewer pass. I ain't got that kind of money. Your boy don't got that kind of money. Not for a Dookie Dash. Guys, I did end the poll. What?
I'm scared to see what Dookie Dash pulls up when I Google this.
Don't. Don't. What narrative will drive the next crypto bull run? 39% of you said NFTs, 32% said DeFi, and 28% said AI. Robin, where are you casting your vote? Gaming, DeFi, or AI? What's going to be, if there is one out of those three, which one is more likely to be the driving narrative?
Oh, DeFi.
DeFi?
DeFi, you're going to ask me every single market cycle, what is going to, it's always DeFi. It's like, what is the number one crypto? Bitcoin. You're like, hey, what's going to be at the top of the coin market cap list next market cap? Bitcoin. What is going to be the sector that just outperforms everything over the long term? Now, I get it. You can say, hey, what will get you the biggest gains or returns from this point today to 2020, mid 2024, right? You can say, well, it's obviously not going to be Bitcoin. You're not going to get the biggest returns, but it's still going to be at the top. It's still going to reign supreme. Still going to be king. And the thing is DeFi is always going to be king because that's the purpose. That's the purpose of crypto. That's why it was created, was to facilitate, and we mentioned this in the beginning, was to facilitate the movement of value from one person to another. That's literally all it is, without the government or an institution saying, we'll do it for you. And we're going to take a fee. No, I do it now. I send David some money. Cool. That's it, man. I send you Bitcoin. I don't need nobody else to help me.
Where's it at?
I ain't sending you nothing. And so DeFi is what crypto was designed to do. Don't forget it. Let's not get too clouded here and be like, well, crypto can eventually, help my smart fridge become even more smarter, and it can track all of the items that I bought. And it can tell me when I'm at Walmart what if I need to buy milk or not.
Can you imagine if your fridge gets so smart it realizes you've been in this fridge for 30 minutes. You ever open the fridge and you look in there and you really want something and you're like, if I stare in here long enough, it'll just appear.
No, what I do with the fridge is that I repeatedly open it. So I'll go in there and I'm like, ain't nothing in here.
And then go back.
And then I'll walk over to and I'll be back in there again. And then my wife will look at me. She's like, you keep opening the fridge. She's like, nothing's going to magically appear this time. And I'm like, okay.
The worst is when you are under the influence of cannabis and you thought something was in there. You're like, damn it, it's not.
In case you're wondering what a Dookie Dash looks like. And here it is.
Are they in the, is that someone's intestines?
Yeah.
Are they in someone's
they're in the
colon?
sewers.
Oh,
sewers.
Oh, my bad. I thought
So this is Dookie Dash.
this is not someone's colon.
This is an amazing game, guys. This is game changing. Like, I am about to go play this right now and end this show because I can't hold it back anymore. Wow. How long do you think it took them to make this?
Long time, bro. A lot of deaths. Anyways,
The other end,
okay.
I do find another video if you wanna. There's another game.
Yeah, let's see.
Is it more Dookie Dash?
Yeah, there's another Doogie Dash. Let's see if I can show it. Okay.
What
All
the
right,
hell is
so-
that?
Okay, we finally find a video.
Is this a crepe?
Let's see. Yeah, that's David cooking. Look at that.
You're an idiot,
Dave?
Rocco. Is that
Yeah,
David
that's you.
Beckham? Oh, that is
that's you,
David.
That's you. That's you.
David Beckham. He's
We
a good looking
catch
dude,
you
man.
in your home while you were cooking some crypto tortillas.
Crypto
Crypto
tortillas.
There we go. Man, you're pretty good, man.
Yeah, that's a soccer move right there,
Yeah,
bro.
he's trying to like bounce it off of his chest.
Dude's a beast,
Like,
bro.
his wife is walking away. She's like,
David
yeah.
Beckham's a
Doesn't look
beast,
like
man.
you.
She's
He look
like,
you. Look at
I
that.
will
He
be,
look just like you, man.
That dude's a G, bro. Don't talk bad about David Beckham. He's a good looking guy.
I will say they
Very
look
good
just
soccer.
like you, man. You just need a tattoo on the neck and
Thank
some ink on the arm. That's it.
And I need to
For some
be
reason,
a posh girl, posh Spice Girl, or Spice Girl.
Maybe the next impression, maybe.
Did you ever listen to the Spice Girls? Don't lie. Don't lie. You've listened to a few of their songs, haven't you? You're lying. You're a lying
I mean,
dog.
it's been on the radio, and I've.
You're
it
a
is-
lying
it is
dog?
It has hit my
you have
eardrums.
cued.
It has hit
you
my
have
eardrums.
cued at
but
least one of their
At
songs.
no point in
You are
my
lying.
life have I
Swear on
ever
everything.
grabbed any media device and said Spice Girls and typed it in. Hell no.
In the chat, have you guys ever listened to a Spice
Bro,
Girls song on your own
yes.
accord?
you know, every day you find something new about David.
I never said I did. I'm
And
just asking you.
he is a big Spice Girls fan.
There's a couple of them that were pretty hot. Gotta remember, bro, you're like 15 years older than me. So, you know, you're like almost a baby boomer pretty much. So different, different vibes here, my friend. All right, you got to pick one. Who you picking? The ginger one. I like gingers, man. Ginger, the one on the right looks a little scary. Mel was pretty cool. I like Mel.
You know what
Probably
is
the
scary?
ginger
That you know
spice.
the name.
What's up?
The scary part is that you know the
yeah,
name.
he does know the name.
Yeah.
That's scary.
I went to 6 of their concerts in UK.
Stop. You did? I know.
I don't even have a passport. My passport expired.
I'm
a long
sure
time
you
ago.
have, bro.
Oh, that was it. Okay.
Scary Spice.
Scary spice. Okay.
Mm.
Scary Spice, Robin Spice, and Weird Spice. Baby Spice.
And I thought we were talking about crypto.
Yeah. Yeah.
Raul said he's not picking any. Not my cup of tea. What if we put some spice in there?
Look
or
like
some
a,
ginger in there?
they just look like a lot of drama, man. It's like whichever one you went with here.
Bro, they
if
look
you,
like they party, bro. What are
That's
you
what I'm
talking
saying.
about,
This
man?
looks like if you went out with one of these girls like and just like had an evening, I feel like you'd be like standing outside of a nightclub, like holding someone's heels, and she's just crying.
Yeah, then you console them. Duh.
It's like,
Idiot.
this is the worst night of my life.
Yeah.
They deemed my shoes a security.
The Force 123 said allspice. Allspice. Isn't that a cooking spice? Anyways, we're getting way off topic here. Guys, we have some news regarding if you have Ethereum staked and you can't get it out, put a 1 in the chat because we got some good news for you guys. The ETH devs announced date for the Shapella fork activation on the Sepolia testnet. It's a source from Being Crypto. According to the ETH Foundation, the Shapella hard fork, which is a combination of Shanghai and Capella execution and consensus layer forks, will go live on Sepolia at epoch number 56,832. Sepolia is the second largest testnet before the Shanghai upgrade is deployed on the mainnet, which will enable validated withdrawals and other features. Our next video will be highlighting everything you need to know about the Ethereum merge. Everything you need to know, and that video is coming soon. After Sepolia, developers will activate Shapella on Gurley before the Shanghai upgrade goes live on ETH's mainnet. Developers have set March 2023 as a tentative launch window for Shanghai. No specific date, but March.
How the hell did we get here on all these upgrade names? Whatever
Yeah,
happened?
that's what I was just
Whatever
gonna-
happened to
who-
like ETH 2.0, man. We were doing so good, man.
Capella,
it could have just
Shigella,
been. It
Manila.
could have just been like ETH 2.0, ETH 2.2. You know, you got Windows 11, you got Windows 10, iPhone 15.
No, and
it's like, come on, man. Like at some point, like I'm a big Cardano fan. I don't know what philosopher we're on now, bro.
We're on Voltaire.
It's like, you got. It's just like you got
The
Goku
funniest
and Gohan and Goken and
the funniest is the merge, the purge, the surge, the furge.
it's just like, come on, man. Like, I don't got enough time to research all it. You know what I mean? Like, I want to know what's important, and you're clouding my judgment. There's too many damn chains out here.
You know?
There's too many eras and upgrades and test nets and subpoenas and Sepolias and Dave Chappelle's. Like, there's too many of these damn things going on. And I can't keep track of it, man. Just give me a number system so I know where the hell I'm at. ETH 2.8, ETH 2.9, ETH 3.2. Like, that way I know what the hell's coming up next, man.
2.9.
I mean, this is the only idea.
Am I the only one that is in this game?
I agree with you. I agree.
Does anybody know what the next three
Bro,
Cardano upgrades are?
Yo,
Does anybody know? Because I don't.
Our chat is hilarious. Bitcoin Cat said Dave Chappelle. Willie B. Long said the urge, and then Crypto Esofutur sounds like Dave Chappelle's sister. Dave Chappelle.
If you're new here, say hello so we can drop a hola back at you. We do got a few new people in the chat. Big shout out to LNP, Bitcoin Cat, Marco, Alexandra, Miranda, Michael Knight, TJ. Hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto. Let's
Guys,
go.
we're cranking, baby. We're going, and I got something that might crank up the heat up in here just a little bit more.
Oh, you know what? You said crank up. You know what movie I watched yesterday? You should check it out.
Crank.
No, it's called Upgrade. You ever seen that thing?
Oh, yeah, nice movie.
Oh,
Great movie.
that's good, man.
What's the name of the upgrade?
Dude, it's about like AI.
Cuchilla.
It's about AI. Like
Capuchella.
AI going in a computer chip, like being implemented in like somebody's neck. Bro, it's crazy. And then AI. Woo.
We are not that far from it, you know.
Dude, man, you can draw parallels to our modern world, bro. I'm just like,
The purge, the merge, the
nice movie.
surge.
Very nice movie.
All right, Rob, I'm curious to get your opinion on this.
What's up?
I don't know how I feel about this. Well, I do know how I feel. I'm not happy with it. So TON, just Telegram's layer 1, stands for the open network. Their blockchain froze $2.6 billion worth of inactive tokens. Listen to this. According to the results of a community vote on February 22nd, users and validators of TON have voted to suspend miners' wallets for 4 years if they are inactive and have never made an outgoing transaction. The decision resulted in over 1 billion TON tokens being suspended, worth an approximated $2.58 billion at the time of publication. Do me a favor, Robin. What is the market cap of TON?
you got it.
What is the market cap of TON? Counting for over 20% of the outstanding tokens. The foundation requested miners to show their activity by undertaking a transaction.
$3 billion.
3 was fully diluted.
12 billion.
Okay. So 2.58 out of 12 billion. So what is that? About 6 divided by 6, about 12.5%, 13% of the market cap just frozen. They requested miners to show their activity by undertaking a transaction on the blockchain on December 17th of last year. By suspending these wallets, developers say it would lead to greater clarity regarding the volume of TON currently circulating, and that the active community participating in the open source project will continue to grow and thrive. This is complete BS, in my opinion.
I thought it was decentralized.
Bro, this is complete BS. So if I was an early miner in TON, okay, and I just decided to hodl my tokens, and I'm not mining anymore, and I'm just hodling, now my coins are frozen for 4 years? What kind of BS is that? What kind of BS is that? And their reasoning? Greater clarity regarding the volume of TON currently circulating. What? So Satoshi's wallet, we should just take 2 million away from the supply, right? And all the wallets that haven't moved for 8 years, we should just take them out of the supply, right? This is complete BS in my opinion. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, let's take Satoshi's wallet out of the game, bro.
No, seriously. Is this BS? This is BS.
It is
bro.
straight up. This is what happens when you don't reach decentralization.
But
Yeah,
they
here's the
hide behind. They said it was a community vote. It was a DAO thing.
Here's the thing.
How
You
many vote? 4 people in a room?
Exactly.
you want to deem something a security? Deem this crap a security, bro. I mean, why are you going after NFTs, man?
Jimmy said
And-
it's centrally decentralized, bro. Yeah, Cache said, dude, it's Telegram. What'd you expect? You're 100% right, man. But still, it's complete BS.
I mean, Telegram is full of scams
Oh,
anyway.
I hate Telegram. I hate Telegram. And I hate TikTok. But I have to have them on my phone because obviously we're running a business. What do you guys think? Are you guys as irate as I am? Put a 1 in the chat. If you don't think it's a big deal, put a 2 in the chat. Something that might not make you irate, that would actually make you, that this made me smile from ear to ear, bro. And I got big ears. I got really big ears. So this is from the IMF, okay? From their website, imf.org. Do you remember last year, 2 years ago, Robin, where Salvador said legal tender and they're buying Bitcoin? What did the IMF say?
Your credit rating sucks, and you
It's gonna trash your economy.
Yeah, you're making a bad decision.
Well, what if I told you they walked back on their words? Kind of.
Oh,
Yeah.
IMF?
Yeah.
Really?
So a couple things I've highlighted here. Despite adverse shocks, the Salvadorian economy grew at a robust pace last year.
Well.
Hold on. There's a section about Bitcoin.
I feel like
There's
you
a
ever
section about BTC.
listen to those rappers like we're like, my teacher told me I wouldn't amount to nothing, and so
Straight up.
and then later on they're over here, I'm a millionaire now.
Listen to this. Listen to this, bro. Bitcoin's risks should be addressed. While risks have not materialized due to the limited Bitcoin use so far, its use could grow given its legal tender status and new legislative reforms to encourage the use of crypto. While risks have not materialized, this is over 2 years ago that they said these risks would hurt the economy. They even said, El Salvador, if you continue with this bill to make Bitcoin legal tender, we will cut you off from the spigot of money that the IMF
You know what's
spits out.
funny is that when they end up becoming
Bro.
a lot richer of a
Oh,
nation, guess whose door is going to open up again? IMF's going to be like, hey,
Can we borrow some money
can
from you,
and I-"
actually?
Yeah.
When Bitcoin's
Come
at
on in.
$100,000 and El Salvador was buying Bitcoin at 30K, at 25K, at 20K, at 16K, man, I am so happy for that country. I wish our country would do the same. Of course, it's not going to happen. But it's
Oh no,
intriguing.
we're doing the same, but we're just taking it.
Yeah, not
forcefully.
yeah. We are hodling though, which is quite important.
How much Bitcoin does the U.S. have?
I think they're the largest wallet, bro. I believe they're the outside of
Nah.
obviously Satoshi.
No, they're not.
I think they have more than
no,
Grayscale.
no, they're not the largest.
I think they have over a million
USA
Bitcoin. I
is,
could be wrong.
No, they don't have that much.
All right. Well, Robin looks at that. No, we do not have a Telegram. We tried that. It was terrible. We do have a Discord, though. Man, I miss Marky Mark, guys. I spoke to Marky Mark a couple weeks ago. He said he's been super busy with work, going through some stuff with work and some personal stuff that I'm not going to share because it's his personal business. So, Marky Mark, if you're listening, bro, we miss you. We love you. We can't wait to have you back, my friend. Marky Mark's been with us for a long time. He's one of our whale members.
So the a year ago it was published that the U.S. has $4 billion in Bitcoin, and that is
A year ago.
that was at a way higher price. So probably worth. Where were we at 1 year ago?
Let's just call it 50K, right?
Let's take a look.
No, that was 20. No, that was when everything like 40K.
Markets.
Anyways, while Robin's looking at that,
Yeah.
Rob, you did that in silence. I will move on to the next piece of news.
We were at 40. So we're 50%. So they have about $2 billion if they didn't sell any. And in the article, they're discussing auctioning off Bitcoin. So,
And they haven't. I don't think.
so at a market cap of $459 billion, the U.S. roughly would hold 0.5%.
It's a lot of Bitcoin, bro.
Now 45 would be 1%. 0.5% would be that's even less than that. So yeah, they got $2 billion. It's still a good holding.
It's, not bad. Not bad.
Mhm.
IEX reportedly in talks with Coinbase to build a federally approved crypto exchange. federally approved. So I want to make Gary happy. Gary, we're trying to make you happy here, my friend. According to a new report from Fox Business, U.S. stock exchange or U.S.-based stock exchange, IEX, is in discussions with Coinbase to potentially create a fully regulated cryptocurrency platform. Now, if you don't know who the hell they are and what they were doing, well, they were actually working with Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX. Their first plans involved with now bankrupt FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried, who joined IEX chairman Brett Katsuyama to seek blessing from Gary Gensler. So they were trying to work out to be the only federally regulated cryptocurrency exchange, the only one that is registered with the SEC to get a leg up on the rest of the competition. Katsuyama is set to have pushed forward with negotiations with the SEC and sought a new partner. And that new partner, according to sources close to the matter, is Coinbase. I think there's a couple of things. Coinbase hasn't responded, and Katsuyama declined to comment.
I'm confused. I think it's Coinbase. It's not regulated. I don't know.
They're
What
not
am I
a
missing?
they're not a SEC registered exchange.
Okay.
As far as I know,
they're
as
a
far as
they're a publicly
securities.
traded company.
So they have to submit forms to the SEC as far as their business,
Okay.
as far as their, especially their custodial business.
Okay.
But as far as being federally licensed or federally regulated to offer cryptocurrencies, I don't think there is one single exchange. And FTX was looking to be that. Coinbase, would this be a good thing or a bad thing? Are we bowing down now, right? If they do this, obviously you can look at it. You can look at it from a standpoint of, hey, this would be good.
Well,
More companies are going.
Japan is
more-
a good example of.
Who is?
Japan's a good example. They have about, I think they did at one point have 8 exchanges. I think they expanded to 12. I don't know if they're online yet, but that are like federally approved, that are compliant across the board. And maybe that's where we get. I just hope that in the process of getting SEC regulation approved, you're an SEC approved exchange. I just hope that doesn't come with a lot of blockades, put it that way, or extra rules, and say, hey, you
there
can't
is.
sell 90% of your tokens because they're all securities. You get what I'm saying? I just hope that we don't end up in some situation where, hey, this is an SEC approved exchange. You can buy Bitcoin and Ethereum. And that's it. Right? Because I think that if the SEC gave a green light on an exchange for crypto platform, that's probably what it would look like,
they
right?
would have a say in what's listed.
Yeah.
And so okay, so you're on the side of this would be a net negative.
No, where I was getting at is that if it could look like something like in Japan, where you got where they're allowed to offer more tokens, but even in Japan, I think they only offer 20 something tokens too. So
That's what I'm saying.
So
what I think
I don't know what
I think would make more sense is if we got some clarity that, hey, these assets are securities. If it falls into this category, it's a security.
Yeah,
give us clarity on
what
what
we need is a guideline, like said, hey, this is a security, this is not, and you can apply for it or whatever it is, or you can have someone in the behalf. Guys, obviously nobody's going to apply for Bitcoin, but you can have it being proposed. Hey, let's look at this one. That's still not ideal, but at least something, man. At least to say, give some kind of framework to be like, hey, this obviously is, the Telegram shit, it's not a good look, man.
Terrible.
The Ton coin, not a good look. Obviously, not ideal. And so that could be one extreme. And then you can look at Bitcoin as the other extreme. Hey, it's decentralized, but it'd be nice to put things in certain boxes. And the boxes that we have now are 1930s securities laws that are
Vaguer
determined.
than
Yeah, it's cloudier than Seattle right now. So
That's the thing. When something's law, and I get it, there's gray area, but that is why some of these cases are so important, guys, because there's no precedent set yet. And so when judges go, right, and they make rulings on cases, they look at previous cases. And if we can draw comparisons, they say, okay, this kind of fits in the same thing. There's no need to drag this thing out for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. That is why this XRP case is so big, because this will be, and we talked about it in our Ripple video we did a couple weeks ago, this will be and serve as the landmark case for everything moving forward. So whether you love or hate XRP, you should be rooting for them to get a favorable judgment. That's all we got for today. Guys, someone asked about an XRP wallet address yesterday. So just for you, we created one and we threw it in the description of this video. If you want to support the channel, there's tons of ways to do it. It's all in the description of this video. Also, go check out our social media at Sin City Crypto 1 on Twitter. We're the most active there. We're also on Instagram, TikTok, other places. Go check out our merch store. Buy yourself some merch. Rocco's rolling out more ladies merch, some pretty cool leggings. And I'm telling you guys, I got my wife one of the first pair of leggings that Rocco put up there. He put up a sports bra. Quality, she loved it. She said it was great. She wears it all the time when she works out. And it looks pretty sexy.
Yeah, I want to have the ladies, have a more exposure to, they need to.
Where do we
to
get some
more
baby
space.
stuff, bro? Some onesies.
It's not easy to find the provider. That's, but
I wanted to buy my
some
niece.
time.
I wanted to buy my niece a Sin City Crypto onesie, but I couldn't.
I know you asked.
Yeah. But the point I'm making is new stuff is continually to be added. And if you are a whale member, which by the way, Rocco, we need to get Destroyer and Crypto 420, they're 10% off.
Okay.
They're 10% off. Yeah. So if you're a whale member, you get 10% off the merch store for as long as you're a whale member off of everything. And so that's a small thank you to you guys. And
and then to Tug Eye and Willie B. Long.
Hola! Yeah, pull that up, Rocco. Put that in the, there you go. Drop the banner for it. There you go. Pretty cool stuff, man. That American one's pretty dope.
Yeah, I did one because I know
that's pretty. Are you planning on doing like XRP or?
I start just with Bitcoin. I'm gonna do Ethereum for sure after that. And but before I'm gonna match also all the bras. So that I'm working
Oh, the
on
bras,
that.
yeah.
So that
cool.
It can be matching with that. And yeah. It'll
Awesome,
take some
man.
time, guys. Give me some time.
Yeah, but like I said, continuing to add more stuff. So go check it out if you want, not just Sin City merch, but if you want just regular crypto merch as well. They got some pretty cool dog. What are they called? Dog tags? The tags?
Yeah, that one is very good. I like it a lot.
The chains. They got a lot of cool stuff. So the link is in the description of this video. Also, come support Big Rob on Around the Blockchain. We want to win this thing. We are, no matter if we're playing for peanuts or $500,000, we like to win. We're competitors. We're competitive. Not competitors, we're competitive. And I've spoken too much. And with that being said, Rocco.
Yeah.
Friends, family of friends. Thank you guys so much for spending the middle of your week here with us at Sin City Crypto. Make sure to come back on Around the Blockchain starting in approximately 2 hours and 5 minutes. Also, if not, come back tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I have myself, Robin, Rocco. We love you guys. Until tomorrow. Jimmy, I want. Hey, Destroyer, I am going to. I'm going to add you in the whales chat on Discord. So, about to give you access to that.